Hello Pokemon fans, this is ProPokeNoob back today to bring you another battle. Today I'm going to be bringing you a standard RU match against a person by the name of Wanga. Now I actually just had this battle, so everything is fresh in my mind. One of those very rare opportunities to see ProPokeNoob's brain actually working, and ProPokeNoob actually remembering what was going through ProPokeNoob's brain. And it's really hard to talk about ProPokeNoob in the third person for a long time. ProPokeNoob says ProPokeNoob. Anyways, so this RU team I've actually been working on for quite a long time. Since I said I was rebuilding teams, I've actually been working on this team quite a bit. So I've got a defensive Ferroseed, DD Lum, Feraligatr, Guts, Toxic Orb, Hariyama, Choice Scarf Rotom, defensive, I think specially defensive, well, standard, I believe it's a standard Uxie set, and a Choice Specs Typhlosion, which has just joined the ranks, replacing a Simisear. That will be for a later upload. Anyways, look at my opponent's team. Nothing too threatening. I am a little worried about the Sceptile. I do know that I do need to keep my Typhlosion for that. Otherwise, I can handle it with maybe some priority from Hariyama. But otherwise, I have been dealing with teams that have been looking like this quite a bit. And I was playing quite a bit today when I was testing this team out. And ladies and gentlemen, when you see Aggron and someone else that sets up hazards, you got a question half the time. And I just stopped asking questions and started fearing. So let's just get straight into this match. So in the ways of leads, I didn't really know what to lead off with. I mean, I could have led off with Hariyama, and it kind of slipped my mind when I clicked Uxie. And by the way, I'm on the far side again. So he leads off with his Excelgor. I lead off with my Uxie stupidly. I knew I should have just let off with the fake out user so I could just check it. So I am going to take a Bug Buzz, and he happens to have the Bug Gem. So that sucks. And he gets a crit. I just noticed that. Wow. And so that does quite a bit to me, which sucks. And now, here, what I was actually doing was I was predicting him to go into either Kabutops or Aggron to take the fake out, so I just go straight for close combat. But now that I didn't go for it, maybe he can think that I don't have it, but, you know, with Guts and Toxic Orb, he probably assumed that I do have it. But nonetheless, I tried to catch those guys off guard, so now I'm just going to switch out, go into my Ferroseed, which is the best thing to take this Dusk Noir on, as he actually ends up going for the EQ, gets a crit, so far things haven't been really going for me well in the beginning, except for now when the Will-O-Wisp does miss and I do get my Leech Seed off. Now if he burns me, I really don't care because I have no attacks on this thing. It's Toxic, Spikes, Leech Seed, Protect. So now he's going to switch out, he's going to go to his Magmortar, and I'm just going to go for the Protect, try and get some health back. Now I wanted to scout to see what this Magmortar was going to lock itself into, and then he reveals the Flame Charge. Now this scared me because I haven't dealt with a Flame Charge Magmortar in a very, very long time. So what I decided to do was actually switch out into my Typhlosion. Now, to be quite honest, if my opponent is watching this, I did this just because I wanted nothing else to take a fire move except for Alligator. But I figured this thing probably has T-Bolt, and he's going to be +1 speed, so I'm not going to outspeed regardless. So now I'm trying to think, what the heck can I do at this point? Because I am Choice Specs. So I figure, you know what? I don't want to rely on Focus Blast. Let's just go for a Fire Blast, see how much it's going to do, get some decent damage off, I guess. And it actually turns out to be a 2-hit KO. So I kind of got excited about this. So I'm thinking, okay, he hits me with another T-Bolt, barring a crit, I should be able to survive. And I hit a Fire Blast, and I will be able to take him out. One threat gone, and ladies and gentlemen, I am going to take the Thunderbolt. And am I going to hit the Fire Blast? I am keeping this on really slow for some odd reason. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to hit him and take out Julia Gillard. So that's a male, by the way. You might want to change it. Oh, well. Anyways, so that thing is gone. Now, I'm predicting the Shadow Snake, so I'm just going to go out. Seeing that there is no leftovers, go straight into Ferroseed. I'm okay with Typhlosion being Death Fodder or Rock Fodder, whatever. But now he is going to burn me. He has taken some Iron Bars damage. To be quite honest, I have no idea what item this has. I thought he might have Lumberry as I go for the Toxic. But I'm seeing he hasn't gone for Sub yet, and he knows my whole set after I go for Spikes. Now, here, I'm actually predicting him to switch out into his Sceptile, predicting me to go for the Leech Seed. So what I actually decided to do is go for the Spikes first, and then now I went for the Leech Seed, seeing he's just going to stay in, maybe trying to follow this thing off, or try and get as much damage as he can, try and maybe take out my Prickin' Training. So that's why I went for Spikes first, but now I'm thinking he wants to switch out into that Sceptile, so once again, I am going to go not for the Toxic, I'm just going to go straight for the Spikes, as he actually switches out into Excelgor. So I mean, Leech Seed would have been nice, but as you will see, the Spikes are going to be very useful later on. So now I'm just going to Death Fodder this thing, see what he wants to go for. He is going to go for the Bug Buzz. Now I remember this thing has Bug Gem, so I'm actually going to do is go into Feraligatr and be like, okay, maybe I can set up a DD and actually take this thing out, maybe get a tiny bit of a little sweep going on. I was a little fearful at this point whether or not a +1 Waterfall could take out the Excelgor, but as you can see, I'm kind of stupid and I didn't know that +1 Feraligatr is still slower than Excelgor. Whoops. Oh well. So anyways, I'm going to go into my Scarf Rotom, go for the Thunderbolt, get a crit. Probably matter, but as you'll see later on in the match, maybe not, because I would have been able to. You'll see. Anyways, so he's going to go to his Aggron now. I just going to send in Bursty Inferno to be Death Fodder. I want to see what the heck this guy's going to go for. And he turns out to be every other Aggron that I've seen today, which is a Life Orb, Rockhead, Head Smash, and SOB that just hurts and hits you like a freaking pulverizing truck, ladies and gentlemen. So I figured since this thing is not defensive or specially defensive, maybe I could take him out with a Thunderbolt, and it turns out that I can, because Rotom is actually pretty good. And I've always liked Scarf Rotom, so anyways, I'm going to take him out with the T-Bolt. Now, he is going to switch into Sceptile, knowing that I am Scarfed. So, he is going to take this opportunity. So, I figured, okay, let's just go into Uxie and take whatever hit he does want to go for. And he turns out to actually just go for the Flight Gem Acrobatics. Now, this is good information because I do have the Thunder Wave. So, I know, seeing that damage, a Leaf Blade wouldn't be able to take me out. But he actually decides to set up a Swords Dance. So, this is perfect. Get the Thunder Wave off. So, now this thing is slowed down. His Unburden is basically put to waste. And now I'm just going to start firing off Psychics to get this low, because my plan at this point... Wow, this is really fast. My goodness. My plan at this point is, I got Hariyama in the back with a Fake Out and Bullet Punch combination, so I actually decided to set up the Rocks. Now, the reason for this is I know he still has that Kabutops in the back, and if it has Aqua Jet, it's going to outspeed my Hariyama going for Bullet Punch. So what I'm actually thinking is, if I can use Hariyama to take out this Sceptile with Fake Out and Bullet Punch, I'll be able to send in Scarf Rotom to be able to take the Aqua Jet from the Kabutops and be able to sweep with Thunderbolt as long as this thing's gone. And even at this point, if he somehow outsped me and went for like a quick attack, I would still be able to take it out with the Scarfed Thunderbolt. So that's exactly what I've got, and since I've got Rocks and Spikes up, anything with a Focus Sash that could potentially have a Focus Sash, which would only be the Kabutops, which is going to come out now, it's going to be broken. So as you're going to see, I'm getting pretty hurt here. He's going to go into his Kabutops, and it's going to be pretty low, and he's actually going to turn out to have Life Orb, so that just confirms, basically, that I am going to be able to take this match with the Narrow 1-0, with the Scarf Rotom. I'm thinking maybe he could take a hit. Maybe, I don't know, he didn't go for it, but I guess he kind of saw that was in vain, because, as you can see, Fatty Boomba is going to get spiked and rocked to death. So that was an excellent match, Wanga. Comment, rate, and subscribe, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this battle. I hope to continue on with this team. To be quite honest, I've been going through this whole phase of trying to figure out what fire type, and I mean, Specs Typhlosion actually is not too bad. Feraligatr, however, has not been working out for me lately, maybe because I haven't found teams that really allow Feraligatr to set up, but I mean, with Cofagrigus out of the tier and Stoutland in the tier, that's a nice little trade-up for Feraligatr to try and get a little bit more sweeping off, but not that that's valid anyway, but yes, ladies and gentlemen, look, a battle. So, Showdown has been working out, so I'm going to stick with that. So if you guys are looking for me, I will be on Pokemon Showdown a little bit more often now, looking for battles if you do want to find me. I am the name Mustafa, and hopefully I can find more battle uploads where I will be on the right side and not the top, like the bottom side, not the top side. I really don't like how they're doing that. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time with another battle of epic proportions. Until then, everyone, peace.